Then 3 nights ago, in what was supposed to be just a get-by game against North Alabama, Jordan Travis suffered a horrific leg injury. His season comes to a close, and now Florida State's offense will go behind Tate Rodemaker as opposed to Jordan Travis, who's been one of the sensational players in college football over the last couple of years. Pleased to be joined by the head coach of the Seminoles now, Mike Norvell. Mike, how would you describe the way your team has reacted to the injury to Jordan Travis?
Well, I think they've done a great job of, just trying to bottle up all the emotion. It was a very emotional night. Anytime you lose your leader, just such a great player and great person that Jordan is. I mean, it has a huge impact on us. And ultimately, I mean, our hearts were with him. There was something that was constantly on their mind throughout the course of the game. But I was so proud of our team, how they responded. How they kept their composure and were able to go and finish off that game, and really have come to work Sunday night today in practice and just give an incredible effort. There's a ton of energy. It's a big game for us this week, but we want to make sure that we finish for Jordan and all the work that he's put in. And unfortunately, he won't be out there with us, but we have a tremendous responsibility in how we play and how we prepare.
And with that game against Florida, the rivalry game, then the ACC championship game against Louisville coming up, a lot of eyes are going to be on how well your offense performs with Tate Rodemaker at quarterback. When you consider that you slipped a spot in the college football playoff rankings, what is the charge to your offense right now in terms of how well it needs to play in these next 2 games?
Well, I mean, it's a charge for our football team because that's what we are. And, ultimately, we got great players in all 3 phases. And I think we've shown that throughout the course of the season. Ultimately, we got to control the things that we can control. We got to go out and continue to improve, continue to get better. I've got a lot of confidence in Tate and the job that he'll do. He's got a great supporting cast around him. But this is a football team, and this is a team that's faced adversity throughout the course of the year. We've had to rise to on different occasions, whether it's on the road, different challenges that we faced throughout this season up to this point. But all those things have prepared us for this moment to go and try to cap off an undefeated regular season, and then knowing that we have a conference championship game the following week. But I'm excited to see our team play because I know what they're made of, and I know the way that they prepare, and I know how much they care about each other and the opportunity we have ahead.
Hey, Coach, just to evaluate this young man, I mean, I know he had committed to you, one of your early commits when you first got to Tallahassee, but for fans that are not familiar with Tate's game, how does this impact your offense, if at all? I mean, obviously you lose the guy, right? Your leader and your guy that can make so many plays with his feet and his arm. How does this impact your attack and how you move forward these last 2 weeks?
Really, Tate can run the entire offense, and he's got a great arm. He can make every throw that we have. Obviously, all the things that we can ask him to do. He's actually a lot more athletic than people give him credit for. I mean, he can extend plays. He's just been playing behind one of the best players in all of college football. And what I love about him is just his character, the intangibles, the way that he works. In today's age, there's a lot of guys that would have probably left because there's plenty of places that he could go and been a starter, going into this season. But he believes in this team, and he's the son of a coach. He's played at a high level, throughout his his opportunities that he's been presented, and he's been preparing for this moment. I think he showed that this last week, and a year ago when he was on the road at Louisville, had to come in when we were down 7 and led us back to victory there in the second half. And so Tate has all the tools and qualities that we need to be able to go play at a high level, and I'm excited for him and just the opportunity he's going to get.
Coach, I've been on teams before that lost their starting quarterback. That usually means other parts of the team have to do more, specifically special teams and defense. What's been the charge to your defense now that you got to break in a young quarterback?
Well, I mean, just continue to be yourself. I mean, we don't need our team to go do anything different than be who they are. And, ultimately, I've got a lot of confidence in this team. I think we've shown, throughout the course of the season to be able to play at a very high level. We've had our ups, we've had our downs, but, this team has always found a way. They've got great character. They're a determined football team. They're resilient in all that they do. So, we just need to go be us. And, our objective is to get better with every opportunity. And we've got a big one, this Saturday in a huge rivalry game. And, if our team will continue to prepare the way that I know that we will, you've got a lot of confidence in how we'll play.
Coach, it's Greg, man. Appreciate a couple seconds. When you think about the opportunity that's presented here against Florida, they're also going to be trotting out a backup quarterback this week with Graham Mertz being banged up with the collarbone injury. So knowing that you're maybe preparing for somewhat of an unknown with Billy Napier's offense, how have you kind of helped that defense to prepare for maybe a couple of wrinkles that they might need in order to get to bowl eligible?
Well, for us, it's, we've got to prepare for all the things that we've seen over the last, 11 weeks, but then you also prepare for the unexpected. And, at the end of the day, it's still about us. It's about our technique, our fundamentals. Know that, in a rivalry game, there's going to be so much emotion. We've got to go into a hostile environment, but, ultimately, if we'll stay true to who we are and maintain our emotional maturity, in that type of atmosphere and be able to go execute to the way that I know that we can, I've got a lot of belief in how our guys will play and how we'll respond to the things that show up throughout the course of the game.
Coach, first I want to say very impressed with the way you guys were able to focus after that situation in the game. Unfortunate situation. You guys focused and finished that game. Will there be any kind of discussion with your team? And when you see the rankings tonight, you guys drop a spot. Obviously, the fans will be upset. Some players will be upset. Will there be any discussion between you and your players about the rankings, how they're feeling about it, or do you just move forward and focus on Florida?
I've not talked to them about rankings at any point this year because, as I've said, the number that's in front of our name doesn't matter a whole lot right now. It's, what we do with the opportunity, how we go out there and how we compete, how we play, the way that we continue to respond. And, we face some adversity, but I know this team will rise up together. And, I'm excited to see, what they do. And I've got all the confidence in the world that if we take care of our business and we do the things necessary, that when we need the rankings to matter, we'll be right in position to be able to compete for a national championship if we do the things necessary to put ourselves in that position.
Your team has done everything necessary so far up to this point. Mike, wish you all the luck in the world the rest of the way. And please give our best to Jordan. We certainly love watching him play and wish you well against Florida and also in the ACC championship game.
Well, thanks so much, and go Noles.
Mike Norvell, head coach of Florida State.